Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and I did not plan on doing this video today, and I definitely didn't plan on space going up another 20%. It's actually a little over 20% right now. I think the last time I checked it was like 20.50%. And as you guys know from my very first video on this channel, I decided to start investing in Virgin Galactic, aka Space, on February 6th, and then I slowly started purchasing more and more shares over time. And basically the story with this was I had some money saved up in my savings account that I was going to use to pay off my self-employment taxes this year. I kind of just decided to gamble a little bit with that money, but it's more of like an educated investment rather than a gamble, because I did have confidence that space would be growing a lot within the next couple of weeks. And as you can see, it definitely has since my initial investment. So although that was a very risky strategy to use the money that I had saved up to pay for taxes in April, it did pay off in my case, and that is one of the main reasons that I decided to finally cash out of space today. Given that it's up another 20%, I feel like it's just bound for there to be some sort of dip. I definitely think this stock has a lot of potential, but I do think it could be just a little bit overvalued right now just because of the hype. Now don't get me wrong though, I definitely love this stock and I love the story behind it. But in my personal situation, given that I have to use this money for taxes as well in April, this was money that I always had planned to take out, but it was just a matter of me taking it out at the right time. And I feel like with these gains so far, I'm 100% happy. Even if it does increase in value, I'm still going to be thankful that I got this much gains. Obviously, hindsight will be 20/20 on this stock if it does grow even more. However, I can't really kick myself too much when I'm thinking about how much growth I got within 12 days. And to transition over to that topic as well, I'm going to tell you guys how many shares I bought of space and what the average price I paid for that was. And then I'll tell you the average price for what I sold each share for, and then tell you guys how much percentage growth I got in only 12 days. So on the screen right now, you'll see a screenshot from 9:32 a.m. this morning. And this was when space was only up 9.41%. As you guys know, I sold it when it got to around 20%. So this is just a little bit beforehand. But at this point, and when I sold it as well, I owned 312 shares, and the average cost of those shares was $21.82. So if you go ahead and multiply the $21.82 by the 312 shares, you'll get the amount $6,807.84. So that's how much money I had paid for all 312 shares of space. So as you guys know, I later decided to sell this morning once it reached 20%, and I put a limit sell order out for 312 shares at $34.20 per share, but it actually sold all 312 shares at an average price of $34.60 per share. So if we go ahead and do the math on this, 312 times $34.60 is $10,795.20. So that was the final price that I sold all 312 shares for. And if we go ahead and divide the initial price that I paid for all of those 312 shares divided by how much I sold it for, which was that $10,795 number, you will see a 63% growth for my investment in only 12 days, which is absolutely insane for a stock. This is roughly over 6 times the annual average S&P 500 index, which means it would take me probably over 6 years to get this percentage of return if I invested those funds into index funds. So now that you guys see the 63% profit, we're going to look at the pure cash profit. And so I did the 10,795 minus 6,807. And with that, we got $3,988. So I roughly made $4,000 in 12 days, along with 63% growth off of my investment in 12 days, which is absolutely insane. And I personally consider this a home run. I know a lot of other people consider like 100% a home run, but for me, this is the best return I've ever gotten on a single investment in this short amount of time. And I'm pretty proud of myself for finding this stock and knowing when to invest, and then finally choosing when to get out too. Because I think that's important, is knowing your boundaries and knowing when to get out. The famous Warren Buffett quote says, "Be fearful when others are greedy," and I think that applies to my situation especially. Now, I'm certainly not trying to get people's hopes down for the people that really like Virgin Galactic and are hoping for positive outcomes for the future. I wish you guys the best when it comes to this stock. I just personally felt like for me, it was time for me to get out because I will be having to pay this tax money in April, and I'd rather have a little bit extra left over right now than risking that money decreasing in value if I hadn't have sold today. Now, if I wasn't saving that amount of money that I put into space for taxes, then I probably would have left it in, I'll be completely honest, because I feel like there's a little bit more room for growth at this point in time. But the fact that that money was needed elsewhere in just a few months, I had to be safe with it, and I had to go ahead and withdraw while I got that nice $4,000 profit. But all I know is that in retrospect, now that I've sold, I feel pretty good about it, and I think that's a good thing. I don't really have any regrets about selling because I came out on top and I left while I was ahead, and I can be completely happy with that. 63% gain is crazy, and I'll definitely take that any day. But I just wanted to upload this video, not only because I'm proud of myself for making a good investment and getting some great returns, but I also want it to be encouraging for all of you out there that are just getting into stocks, and it's completely possible for you to find a home run stock like that and experience gains like this for yourself too. But anyways, I've got a lot of love for space. It's done well for me, and I may jump back in it in the future once I deal with these taxes in April. But right now, I'm just holding some cash for that, and then once taxes are over with, you never know, maybe I'll put some back in space or some other stocks. Whatever I have left over, I'm definitely investing it. So if you're new here, make sure to stay tuned and maybe subscribe, drop a like. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on my future stock purchases, but I just wanted to upload this video because I'm pretty excited about it. These are the fastest and largest gains that I've ever experienced in such a short amount of time, so I can't play it off and pretend that I'm not a little bit excited about it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.